Hi guys, welcome back to Relatable Girl. My name is Kendra L. Saunders. I am the author of the Alien Popstar series. I am the owner of Half Lucid Jewelry, and I am a professional allergy sufferer. Here on this channel, you're gonna find lots of stuff about living life with allergies and living life in New York City. So feel free to subscribe now. I'm gonna be doing a lot of really fun videos coming up, and I also have a giveaway that's going on for a tiny bit longer, a few videos before, so make sure you go check that out before it ends. Anyway, let's just get into it today. Colourpop is amazing. I think we all can agree about that by now. They have been continually providing us with incredible liquid lipsticks for the best price of any company. Their quality is so good for the price. It's insane. Their quality is good even if their price was more. But I mean, who else is providing us with amazing $6 liquid lipsticks? Nobody. That's who. Colourpop for a long time, I feel like, wanted to sort of expand from just being about liquid lipsticks. They wanted to branch out and start doing more skincare stuff and more eyeshadows. So at first they were just selling, individual eyeshadows, and people could choose them online, and back then they weren't really in any stores, so you just kind of had to be like, okay, that looks like it'll swatch cool, I'll get it. And then something changed. First of all, Colourpop did come into actual stores. You can find them in Ulta. I believe they're also in Sephora, if I'm not crazy, but I could be wrong. And Colourpop suddenly decided to just go off. Colourpop started to release these monochromatic color eyeshadow palettes, and at first I think we all kind of slept on it. I got the pink one back when it came out, and I do like it, but it wasn't like my favorite palette ever, just because, as anybody who's been either watching my videos for a while or following my Instagram knows, I love my Venus XXL palette, and it has most of the pink tones that I need in it. I love the formula of that particular palette, and I just tend to reach for that one because it's more complete. It's not just pinks, but I did get that pink palette, and I do like it, and I've used it, somewhat consistently. But it was when Honey palette came out that I think everything changed finally, forever. The Honey palette hit Instagram and people went nuts. Something about yellow has just been having its moment. We saw yellow nails start last year, these just bright neon yellow nails. Everywhere you went, you saw neon nails, and they're amazing. And I'm still very jealous that there's not an actual bottled nail polish that us normal people that can't afford to go to a salon can buy and do our nails like that at home, and they don't chip immediately. I have found one bottle of neon yellow nail polish, and it looks great for about 10 minutes, and then it chips, which is sad because I love it and I want neon yellow nails. But neon in general has had a moment for the last year or so, and I think it's sort of in a direct conflict, contrast, but relationship with the grunge style that's sort of come back. I think those two just are always going to go together in some weird sort of way. And despite the fact that I hate that the trend right now is bicycle shorts, neon bicycle shorts.
Oh, no.
We just need to stop thinking about that for a moment and go back to the Honey palette. I'm sorry, side note. Neon yellow has been having its moment, and I think Colourpop got in on this at just the right time. The Honey palette has beautiful colors, and when you're looking at it here, you might say like, okay, whatever, they're yellows, what's the big deal? It is a big deal though, because first of all, these colors are extremely pigmented, and secondly, there are some absolutely gorgeous shimmers in this palette. I got this palette, I was so excited, I was ready to have my yellow moment. And as with anything, you're not sure if it's gonna live up to the hype. I got it, I used it the first day, and by the end of the day, all I could think was, yep, I'm a yellow girl now. This lived up to the hype. I think it also came at a perfect time for me personally because I had just started switching to blue hair from pink and purple, which I had had for years. I usually cycle back and forth between my natural blonde color, pink, and purple. Those are like my colors with hair. I'm actually going to do a video soon about hair color stuff, but this is the first time that I've had a true blue moment, and the yellows just go so nicely with the blue. And my worst fear about this palette before I got it was that the yellows would look bad on my skin tone since I'm very pale. Thankfully, I can say I don't feel that they do. I think they look great. I do darken mine up a little and accent mine with an orange color, whether from my Venus XXL palette before or now from the Orange You Glad palette. But even by itself, this palette is gorgeous. You have some lovely matte shades, and then it's these three shimmers that really, I feel like, just elevate this palette to a new level. They're so buttery, they're so soft. I apply them with my finger just because I feel like with shimmers with this consistency, they apply best with your finger. They're beautiful colors. As you can see, the lasting power is incredible. I can put my eye makeup on at the beginning of the day, and I live in New York City where it is very humid during the summer. I mean, horribly humid. I mean, like, the Great Gatsby movie was not lying about how people just wanted to like leave the city in the summer because they were dying of heat. It's true. It's true. It's always been true. It's definitely true now. But this really stays on for the whole day. I get a little bit sometimes of transfer down here because I do put color under my eye as well. Sometimes there's a little bit of transfer there because I am a very sweaty person, unfortunately, and it is summer and it is hot. But if I use my Morphe setting spray, it's not a problem. Like, it'll be a little bit, but not that much. I'm very impressed by the staying power. And that leads me to another thing about this palette. The pigmentation is incredible. So with a couple of the colors, especially the really light yellow, you're gonna need to put a couple layers on if you're using a brush, or you might wanna use your finger and just really get in there. It's gonna take a little bit to layer some of those really light colors in the palette, but with everything else, it's so pigmented, especially with those beautiful shimmers. You put them on and it just looks incredible. It just makes your eyes pop immediately. So for the Honey palette, I give it, honestly, a 12 out of 10. I give it more than a 10. It's an incredible palette. I use it every day now. I think it's gonna be right up there with my Venus XXL and my Too Faced Matte Peachy. Oh my God, I've forgotten the name of my other favorite palette. I think it's gonna be up there with those ones for favorites. I love it. And I tell all of my friends about it. I talk about it constantly. I love this palette. It's beautiful and you should get it. So about the Orange You Glad palette, I picked this one up for much the same reason as I did with that one. I have been really enjoying warm tones on my eyes lately, warm summery tones since I've had the blue hair. I think they just look better. I think they pop. I was very excited when the Orange You Glad palette was announced. I was like, yes, finally I can have some really vivid neon oranges. I've been craving these in my life. And, you know, I have like peachy colors in my peachy palette, and I have one sort of soft orange that's in the Venus XXL, but I didn't have anything super bright. So I was very excited about getting this palette. Here's what I will say about it. This palette has some absolutely beautiful colors in it. I especially love this color down here, Tangerine Dreams over here, and these two up here. Those are my favorites. The neutrals, they're okay. You know, they're sort of what you probably have somewhere else, but it's nice having them all in one spot. Like if you're just gonna take this palette with you traveling, this palette would be great for that. I have a lot of problems with the glitter in this one. I know there's been so much hoopla about the fact that you're not supposed to put this glitter on your eye area because it has pieces of plastic in it that could poke you in the eye. I'm just gonna say, so I don't get myself in trouble, that is what they tell you, and use at your own risk. That being said, personally, I use glitter all the time, and sometimes it's glitter I'm not supposed to use. I am doing that at my own risk. I know that I am taking chances for sparkle. All of that being said, this particular glitter, it's not great. I don't love it. It's a little thick, so when you apply it, it just tends to flake all over everywhere. I don't think it quite has the pop that the Honey Palette's glitter has. Again, you're not supposed to use it on your eye area anyway, so just note that. But that's my personal feeling about that. The only other thing I will warn you about with this palette, especially if you are very pale like I am, is that this color right here is literally color of Cheeto dust.
You better watch the throne, King Chess, the hottest cheetah that you've ever known.
Like, it's not even a joke. Like, it's not even similar. It is the exact color of Cheeto dust. I'm pretty sure they used Cheeto dust to make that color. So just be aware of that. If you're very pale and you put that on, it might look like you used a Cheeto to do your makeup that day. I personally don't like that particular shade of orange on me because I don't want to look like I rub Cheetos on my face. I do love eating Cheetos, but I don't like wearing them. Otherwise, I think that's a beautiful palette. So between the glitter and the Cheeto color, which is just a personal thing, again, for me and for people with really pale skin, I'm going to give that one an 8 out of 10. That might not be everybody's opinion. Other people might love it. So in general, though, I definitely suggest you pick up both of these while you can, especially Honey. That one, I'm guessing, is going to be Colourpop's probably most popular item of the year and possibly ever. I see people raving about it. I'm raving about it now too. So take of that what you will. Thank you so much for joining me today, watching this video. I really appreciate everybody who's been subscribing and liking and commenting. It's been really fun. Please let me know if there's a certain product that you'd like me to try and talk about with you. I'm going to be doing more skincare stuff soon, especially stuff that focuses on whether it's okay for people with allergies. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching again, guys. I'll see you in the next video.